There it is, and that red will get brighter as it cools. Good morning. Today I'm out here at Steam Pump Ranch. I'm going to be doing a demonstration firing. So I'll show you. There's a replica pit house here. They have all kinds of kind of living history, hands-on archaeology stuff. So sometimes they do pendant making or flint knapping, different ancient technology sorts of things. And I think they do that on like the second Saturday of every month. Anyway, today we're doing ceramics. We're doing pottery firing. So I'm going to be firing a big pot. I've got a fire going over here where we're just starting to make a bed of coals now. This is what we call our primary fire. So I got my primary fire going on back here. This is just building up a bed of coals, preheating the pottery. You can see the replica pit house right there, and then later I'll be throwing that pot on there, and we'll see how it comes out. So here's some of the stuff they have on display here. Here's the pot that I made that I'm going to be firing today. And over here they've got some slip in a little bundle. I talked about that in a different video. Here's some beeweed paint that Wayne Keene sent me. Here's a pottery polishing stone and a gourd scraper. This is a little demo I made with some minerals showing what color they fire. There's a little pot that one of my students made. Here's some different flint knapping things. That's a atlatl point. And there's several knives here. Alan DeNoyer, who usually does this, isn't here today. He makes a lot of these really nice knives. And here's some shell bracelets. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Alan does really great work. And then there's more dart points over here. And he's got some atlatls here. Here's a rattle that Sharon made in Arturo's workshop. Very nice. So today I'm going to talk about 3 tips for pit firing pottery. First one is preheat. You hear a lot of stuff about how dangerous it is to fire pottery in the open, how stuff breaks a lot if you fire outdoors, but I have a pretty low breakage rate, and that's because preheat. If you preheat really good, you lose about 90% of your breakage. You have really good odds. I know people that take them, stick them in their oven on low for a couple hours at night before. Just make sure you got all that moisture out of there, and you eliminate a lot of that breakage potential in an outdoor firing.
When did you finish that?
Check out this big old Ho'okamoya. Doesn't that look nice? It's not actually pottery. That's the secret. This is one of those Bill Freeman pots. It's actually made out of popsicle sticks, baling wire, and toilet paper. No, I'm just kidding. It's like Bondo or something, plaster of Paris, something like that. So his artwork is really the painting on it. The pot itself was just a vehicle. But the Archaeology Southwest has a couple of these they use for demonstration purposes. And it looks really good sitting on top of that pit house, doesn't it? My second tip for pit firing is leave lots of airspace. There's 3 methods of heat transfer: conduction, convection, and radiation. What you need, the main carrier of heat in an outdoor pottery firing like this, is convection, the movement of hot air. So even if you want fire clouds and you want that fuel on top of your pottery, you need to leave that space for the air to move around the pot and get it hot enough. I've seen many times when a fire, even though the fire seems quite hot, the pot doesn't get up to temp, and that's because you don't leave enough airspace. And that is why I set the pots on top of rocks over the coals so we can get air under it, and then I'm usually careful when I have cover sherds to stack those in such a way that we get lots of air movement around and between the pots. In this particular case, I didn't have enough large cover sherds, so I'm using a galvanized bucket, which provides that airspace as well. Airspace is my second tip for pit firing pottery.
That'll get it hot.
It starts sometimes.
Fire department's coming for you, Andy.
I know, they
Yeah.
always do.
Too much fire.
Make it smoke.
My third tip for pit firing pottery is the way you stack your wood. Make sure you stack it so that it's not at such a steep angle that as it starts to burn, the wood falls away from the stack of pottery. You want to lean it on in such an angle that hopefully as it burns to coals, those coals sit on top of the stack of pottery. So the third tip is make sure you stack your wood so that it lays on the pottery and will not fall off as it burns.
Okay, take it out easy. Watch your head.
Okay, so I got the fire going. You can see if you look at the thermocouple here that I'm showing 0 degrees. So I checked the wires before I put it in and everything looked like it was all connected good. So I don't know what's going on with the thermocouple, but I'm not going to get a measurement on this, unfortunately. We got the fire going. Mostly started from the top, so it should heat up more slowly on the pottery. The wood here is not optimal. It's quite long. Most of it's quite large. I brought my chainsaw so I could cut it into usable lengths and couldn't get my chainsaw started. So we're just making do with what we have. I'm also making do on the cover sherds because I don't have enough, large enough cover sherds for that pot, so I'm using a galvanized bucket. So a lot of making do here, but I think this should come out okay. We should get up to temp and fire some good pots here today. And it's a beautiful day out here at Steam Pump. You can see there's lots of people enjoying the park and the festivities. They've got like a farmer's market out here. Do you see the little animals here? They're throwing rabbit sticks at them, so they're practice rabbit stick throwing. Can I see you guys throw a rabbit stick? So you can practice your primitive hunting skills out here. Check this out. Oh, you got one. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's beautiful, and we're out here in Oro Valley, so there's the Catalina Mountains. It's just a great day for doing this. And that red will get brighter as it cools. firing's done. Everything came out good. My pot came out nice. I think we didn't break anything. We had 4 or 5 pots in there, and there were a couple that went in with small cracks, and they came out with small cracks. So that's pretty successful. Everything worked out. It's a beautiful day out here. It's like, my car says 77 degrees out here in Oro Valley, Arizona today. So glorious day. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, because that helps me know you liked it, and I'll make more videos like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.